Today is Friday, January 26th, and today I'm wondering who'll win this weekend's AFC and NFC title games.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
What's damaged your roof? Hail, water, wind, maybe just age? Oh Hail Roofing is where to turn. They've provided the best options, advice, and solutions, be it residential or commercial. For more than a decade now, you can trust Oh Hail to restore your property expertly. Oh Hail. That's OHHHAIL. OHail.com. With seasonings, there seem to be so many, and then they just sit in your spice cabinet forever. That's not true of Goodness Steak seasoning. I know the name steak suggests that it's very good on steak, which it is, but Goodness Steak seasoning is so versatile. Use it on veggies, burgers, soups, even popcorn. Get it by going to the website bringthetasty.com. Goodness, this seasoning is good. Before we get to the playoff games in the NFL this weekend, just a quick note. About a week and a half ago on the podcast, we did questions from you all. And we will do another segment like that next week. So if you would, send your questions, sports, travel, lifestyle, to my Twitter account, @Norm's Clubhouse. @Norm's Clubhouse. And we'll answer 8 to 10 of those questions in a podcast next week. Okay, before we get to the games, this postseason note for the Dallas Cowboys fans, who for the 28th year in a row wish they were playing this weekend. The highly respected online wagering site, BetOnline, has already posted some odds for next year, and they had a simple question amongst those odds. Will the Dallas Cowboys next season win a playoff game? And who was the favorite? The favorite in that question was no. BetOnline is making you lay odds to play no. The Cowboys won't win a playoff game, which, at least for now at this one site, suggests the Cowboys' postseason misery will continue. Now, on to the AFC. We've got the two top defenses in the entire NFL in the very important category of points allowed per game facing off in this game, which would tend to suggest this will be a low-scoring game and under. But I'm not buying that. Baltimore is at home for an AFC championship game for the first time since 1971. The Richard Nixon era. KC, though, is in its 6th straight AFC championship game. Are you kidding me? The Cowboy fans would kill for a stretch like this. And Jerry, I don't know how much Johnny Walker Blue he'd drink if the Cowboys ran off a streak like this. Baltimore's favored 3.5 in this game. But KC quarterback Patrick Mahomes is an underdog for only the 14th time in his entire NFL career. How's he done the 13 times he was an underdog? He covered the spread 12 of the 13. He's also 13-3 straight up in playoff games in his career. That's ridiculous. But Baltimore's 14-4 this year, an incredibly consistent team. And they have their own star quarterback and MVP probable in Lamar Jackson. My eyes tell me that the best team I saw in the NFL this year was Baltimore. But my brain tells me dangerous Kansas City may be peaking at the very right time in this league. So if you're looking for insight from me on who'll win Kansas City, Baltimore, I don't know, but I'll be glued to the TV. Next, on we go to the NFC. And another note to make Cowboy fans and their owners so jealous. Since the 1970 merger of the AFL and the NFL, this is San Francisco's 19th NFC title game. That's 4 more than the next highest other figure for NFC title game appearances. And if they should beat Detroit on Sunday, that will be San Francisco's 38th postseason victory. That will be the highest total in the NFL history, enabling them to pass the Packers and the Patriots. Detroit comes rolling in though under Dan Campbell, and there may not be any larger group of true believers than these Detroit Lions, and they have several excellent young players. Detroit has won 2 playoff games this year. Coming into this season, Detroit had won 1 playoff game since 1966. That's right. If you were a Lion fan and 67 years old, you had seen only 1 playoff victory in your lifetime. But since 1975, Detroit has played at San Francisco 13 times in those 48 years. They're 0-13 straight up. Each team appears to have a vulnerable secondary, but Detroit's may be more vulnerable. San Francisco loves to make plays, passing plays, deep down the middle of the field. No other NFL team tries more deep middle passing plays than do the 49ers. Now, San Francisco, they expected to be here. Detroit, they believe they belong here. San Francisco's favored by 7. And I've got one historical note that just jumps out at me about this game. And that's teams like San Francisco, who lost in their conference title game last year, as did the 49ers, but make it back to the conference title game again the next year, are a whopping 38-18 against the spread. And there's only one good defense on the field in this game, and that's San Francisco's. Detroit's was rated 19th in the league this year defensively. I like the Niners.
Today's episode has been brought to you by Fluent Financial, by Oh Hell Roofing, and by Goodness Steak Seasoning.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering. If you enjoyed it, please hit follow. Then each episode every weekday will be delivered straight to you. And if we might ask one more favor, please share it with friends. I'm Norm Hitzges, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitchkus, and I'm just wondering too.